taxpayer.org as we turn here to New York and the Occupy movement as participants in Occupy Wall Street continue protesting the record profits made by banks bailed out by taxpayer money. A group of grassroots activists are hitting J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, where it hurts most, the wallet. Dubbing this Saturday as Bank Transfer Day, activists are urging people to move their money out of the largest banks in the country into local community banks and credit unions. Bank Transfer Day draws on an idea popularized by filmmaker Eugene Jarecki, economist Rob Johnson, and columnist Arianna Huffington, among others. In 2010, they created the short film Move Your Money, which became a viral sensation. For more on the Move Your Money proposal, I'm joined here in New York by filmmaker Eugene Jarecki. His works include Why We Fight, which won the 2005 Grand Jury Prize at Sundance Film Festival, and The Trials of Henry Kissinger, among others. Eugene, welcome to Democracy Now! Talk about how this movement began.
Well, it's a wonderful story. Really, it was an idea among some friends. I mean, I had a lucky chance to have a Christmas dinner with Arianna Huffington. Everybody should be so lucky. It was very interesting, and a few people sat around and we talked about where's the outrage? All this is going on with these too big to fail banks. Banks fail and they get bailed out. We people, when we fail, nobody bails us out. Where's the outrage? And this where's the outrage question drove us at the table to come up with this idea of, well, what if we told people to just move their money? Why don't people just move their money? And that became a bit of a slogan, literally during dinner. And I went off and I made a short film, which is a 3-minute film that did go viral and was this film called Move Your Money. And what it did was it took the movie It's a Wonderful Life, and it said to people, if you've ever watched It's a Wonderful Life and you know all the points you usually get choked up and you cry for George Bailey because you love George Bailey, you love George Bailey because he's a small community banker, and you don't like Mr. Potter because he's a rapacious, predatory, large banker. And if you don't like Mr. Potter, you should get your money away from Mr. Potter and get it with George Bailey. It seems sort of obvious that people should just do what they most idealize. So that's where it started. Now it has a life of its own.
Last month, about 24 people were arrested at a Citibank branch here in Manhattan when they attempted to move their money out of the bank. The protesters were reportedly locked into the bank, then detained. Bank officials accused the protesters of being disruptive. Video shot outside the bank shows an undercover police officer dragging one woman into the bank and then arresting her.
You were inside. You were inside with everybody else.
I'm a customer.
You were inside. Yes, but you were inside.
I'm a
the whole
customer.
No.
What are you doing?
What the heck?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't be dominated right now! You're not doing anything wrong! Oh my God! What are you doing? This is wrong! This is wrong! It's wrong! It's wrong! Shame!
So this woman is being dragged into the bank. She said she'd wanted to go in to just remove her money. Yeah. Then she was dragged in and arrested.
I mean, I watch that with enormous admiration because I see people doing what they should be doing, and I see the system getting frightened. The system is acting in a way the system shouldn't act.
Let's play a bit of your short film, Move Your Money.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way we're doing something important. Satisfying a fundamental urge to a man to want his own roof, walls, and fireplace.
Enter the Martini Castle. Joy and prosperity may reign forever.
What does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class.
This rabble you're talking about, they do most of the working and paying and living and dying in this community. Don't look now, but there's something going on over there at the bank, George. I beg of you not to do this thing. If Potter gets a hold of this building and alone, there'll never be another decent house built in this town.
Those are not the people who should be asked to pay for this bailout.
All or most of you engaged in the activities that actually created this crisis.
Bank of America is too big to fail.
So what you're saying is those 14 are too big to fail?
I don't think, Senator, I want to use those words, but...
Have you put any real pressure on these people of yours to pay those mortgages?
Times are bad, Mr. Potter. A lot of these people are out of way.
Well, foreclosed.
I can't do that. These families have children.
They're not my children.
Big cities across the country are seeing a big jump in the number of people losing their homes.
All right, now, Miss Thompson. How much do you want?
But it's your own money, George.
Never mind about that. How much do you want now?
I can get along with 20, all right.
$20, fine.
And I'll sign the paper.
You don't have to sign anything. I know you. You pay when you can. That's okay.
An excerpt of Move Your Money. Eugene Jarecki made that film. And where are we today?
Well, we're in a wonderful new world. I mean, there is a lot of stuff happening around this country. For example, this Saturday, November 5, is Bank Transfer Day. I woke up one morning, read the paper that people were doing something called Bank Transfer Day. What is it? It's a day where you move your money. You take your money out of the too-big-to-fail banks that have so damaged the American people and so benefited at our expense, and you move it into small community banks, credit unions. And there's a way to do that. You can go to moveyourmoney.info, and you can type in your zip code, and you can learn about banks in your area that are good, that are sound, that are small, that are in the interest of your community. But what's amazing is things like Bank Transfer Day, these activities that are happening, they're happening with a life of their own. You asked me when I came on the program, am I sort of involved or responsible? No. This is happening all over the country. It's happening in a viral kind of way, in a way that's very hard to stop. And I think it's because people find the idea exciting, they find it morally right, and they know it's in the interest of the future, and they're doing it. And I think everybody should come out on Saturday and move their money. Absolutely.
Eugene Jarecki created the short film Move Your Money in 2010. That went viral, and now that's what a lot of people are going to be doing this Saturday, November 5th. That does it for the broadcast.